Hey guys, so today's video is going to be all about my perfect holiday palette in single shadows. So I did a similar video to this in the fall. I think I just called it my perfect fall palette. And I just kind of went through my singles collection and picked out shades I thought would be absolutely perfect for fall. Some of them kind of resembled palettes that I was lusting after at the time. And I kind of just tried to create the perfect fall palette. And now it's the holiday season. We have lots of Christmas parties, New Year's parties, or whatever other parties you have going on this season. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of do the same. So, drum roll please, here is the little palette that I created. I just put it in this little 9-pan empty magnetic palette that I got from Shop Miss A. And here's what I came up with, you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing which shades these are and why I picked them, just keep watching. So the first shade that I picked is this nice warm orangey brown shade, and that is called Monterey. Now this is a shadow from Sydney Grace Co. Their mattes blend out so beautifully. If you guys have not tried them, you definitely need to. But this is just one of the matte shades that I thought is kind of just a must-have basic shade, because I do try to make these palettes as cohesive as I possibly can, which is why you guys see kind of a boring, more matte brown, kind of a deep chocolatey brown, and kind of a highlighty shade. I try to make them as close to what a palette that I would actually be able to use every day as possible. So, oh, my lash is coming off. Oh no. Hold on. So I'm pretty sure I just glued my lash on crooked, but we're just gonna pretend like that's not happening. So here's the swatch of Monterey right here. As you guys can see, it's kind of a standard warm matte brown, but I think that a shade like that is really essential to having a cohesive palette. The next shade I decided to include is the shade Cashmere. Now this one is from Shop Miss A. It's their AOA Studio brand eyeshadows, and these are really not my favorite formula, but this is the only chocolatey brown shadow that I have, at least in my singles collection at the moment, so I just kind of threw that in there. So there's that swatch next to Monterey. The next shade I decided to include is just kind of a nice champagne-y shade. This one is a mystery shade because I actually got some singles from a friend over on Instagram, and some of them didn't have names on the back when I got them, so I don't know if she depotted these or what quite happened there. But it's just a nice, pretty champagne-y shade. These are a dime a dozen, you guys. Every singles eyeshadow brand has these, so really don't worry about which one you get. But I just thought this was a really important shade to include because I always use a bright kind of champagne-y whitish shade to really brighten up my inner corner, and I do use it softly on my brow bone as well, so I thought that was really important to include. So the next shade I decided to include is this beautiful cranberry shade. Again, this is a mystery single. The next one's a mystery single too. I'm so sorry, just please bear with me on these. But I just felt like you could not have a holiday palette without a cranberry. I feel like cranberry eyes are such a holiday staple that by not putting one in my palette, I was doing it a disservice. So this is an absolute must-have shade in my palette. Cranberries are one of my absolute favorite colors to wear on my eyes in the fall, in the winter time, not just around the holiday season. And so I am so excited to have this in this little palette. And I also really thought that it would pair really beautifully with that warm brown and that deep chocolatey brown. I thought that would be the quickest, easiest holiday look. With the warm brown in your crease, the chocolatey brown in your outer corner, that all over your lid, and you are good to go. So the next shade I decided to include is this beautiful old gold bronzy shade. This is kind of an everyday shade for me, and I thought that not only would it pair really nicely with those kind of just basic mattes that I had in the first couple swatches, but also that cranberry shade. And you guys, this shade is so reflective and metallic. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness, I love that shade so much. And I feel like it's just really important to have kind of those really easy to put together looks, like the cranberry and the two warm browns, and then this beautiful bronzy shade in the two warm browns, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't always have hours and hours to get ready for a holiday party. A lot of the times I'm helping my family clean or cook or just put together the whole event, so I thought it was really important to have some just easy shades that would be really easy to just slap on the lid, throw something matte in the crease, and you're good to go, but you still look really holiday and festive and glam. So the next shade that I wanted to include was the shade Doll Face. Now this is from Luxie Beauty, and I wanted to include this shade because it is so glittery and beautiful. I'm not sure if the actual glitter is gonna come off on camera, but it's kind of a pinky with a very strong gold shift. But I thought this would be absolutely beautiful to kind of tap over the bronzy shade or even the beautiful cranberry shade or all over the lid, and you can throw these in the crease once again. But I just love the glitter, and I think the holidays are such a good time to kind of be a little extra glam, to be a little extra festive, and glitter is a fun way to do that. So I definitely wanted to throw something with a little bit of glitz in here. So the next shade that I decided to include was this beautiful deep matte purple, and it's called Raisin Hell, and this is also from Luxie Beauty. So some of you guys may be thinking, this is kind of a weird color to throw in, but I feel like purple will pair so beautifully with the beautiful bronzy shade and especially the cranberry shade. I feel like it would just add such a fun twist to kind of the outer corners of the eye. I think that would be so much fun, and I just love the idea of having a little bit of a pop of color, because I feel like overall so far this palette is very neutral, and I love the idea of having a matte pop of color. You could also do a beautiful purple smoky eye with this shade all over the lid, this one in the crease, and kind of this one in the transition area. I think that would be absolutely stunning and super quick and super easy to achieve. So when I was picking out colors for this palette, I do have a couple kind of red singles and some brighter green singles, and I thought, oh, that would be kind of fun to include because that is super duper Christmassy. But then as I was kind of curating my singles, because I did want to fit it in this little 9pan palette, I thought, you know what? Let's tone down the festiveness a little bit. Let's do green, but let's do it tastefully. So that's where this next shade comes in. It is called Queen of Mean, and it is from Luxie Beauty. Oh, I don't even know how to describe this shade. It is so beautiful. I feel like it's an emerald with like a dash of blue in it. It is stunning, you guys. It is so pretty. Look at that shade. That would be beautiful smoked out under the lower lash line. You could do it as kind of wing liner on the lid. You could do it as an all over lid color, as a smoky eye. It would just be so stunning. And finally, the very last shade that I chose to put in this palette was also kind of a different twist on green, but also gold, because you guys probably don't know this about me and you couldn't tell from the eye look I have on today, but I am not the biggest fan of gold eyeshadows. I feel like they don't look terrible on my eyes, but I feel like they don't really make my blue eyes pop as much as copper shades do or bronzy shades. And if I'm gonna already be in that kind of color family, I'd rather just go for a copper or a bronze. So I'm not the biggest fan of gold, but this shadow, you guys, is something special, and I love it so much. It is so beautiful. So unfortunately, this is another mystery single, but it is a beautiful, like, greeny gold shade. ColourPop has a single called Tea Garden, which would also be beautiful in here. Now I'm kind of wishing I put that in there because that has a name. Let me grab it real quick and I'll swatch that one for you guys too. Alright guys, so here are the Mystery Green Shadow and ColourPop Tea Garden swatched side by side. So here they are kind of in the pan next to each other. As you can tell, they both have that kind of really pretty greenish yellow base to them, but Tea Garden actually has quite the duochrome and it flips pretty bronze. It's absolutely stunning, and I think it would fit so well in this palette, but I do love that this is just a bit more intense and a bit more greenish gold. So here's swatches of the entire palette. I'll do some close-up swatches right here so you guys can get a really good look, because I know this is kind of awkward. So here is kind of a final shot of my holiday palette. You can really see the glitter and doll face right there. I just love these shades together, and I think they would be so much fun for holiday parties or just getting in the festive spirit in December. So guys, here's another shot of the final palette. How beautiful is this? I love this. It's not your usual neutral, basic, I mean, there are some neutrals in here, but I feel like this is kind of different for the holidays, and I had so much fun creating it. I have an idea to do kind of a series on my channel where I just kind of curate my own little single palettes. I don't know if I'd always keep them to 9pan or if I'd maybe expand them a little bit, but I think that might be kind of fun to do, like maybe one a month, and then I'll use it throughout the month, report back how much I used it, what I think of the shadows, maybe some looks that I created. Let me know down below if you guys would be interested in that, and also let me know if you want to see a tutorial using this palette. I think I might just do it whether you say you want it or not. Because I just love these color combos. I think they are so beautiful, and I think I could create something really unique and really cool with them. So thank you guys so much for watching. What would you guys put in your own little curated holiday palette? There are so many holiday launches this time of year, and honestly, I'm not that blown away by many of them. I feel like we are seeing a lot of the same thing over and over, and I just thought it would be a really cool twist to kind of make my own and showcase what I would want to see in a holiday palette. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to enter the giveaway that I'm having over on my Instagram. It ends December 10th, So make sure you follow the link down below, head over there, enter, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!